Hi, I'm Cameron Kunzelman. Today we're going to be playing Grand Theft Auto 3. We wanted to let's play a game for a while, and I think this is a really cool. We're jumping right into it. In media res here. With the protagonist, the sort of unnamed protagonist, I will eventually start calling me or I for no reason. He gets betrayed by his, I believe, Colombian girlfriend. I want to say her name is Catalina, um, but I don't know if that's true or not, and I could imprinting some other game onto this. But anyway, I think this game is great. Are you ready? Get down, get ready. Think about it. Think about what you're in for. So,
Liberty City is in shock today as the police and emergency.
This is a really great moment in the game, and sort of
convoy this morning.
Really reveals the Hauser's sort of cinematic imagination, because that's really where they're coming from in a lot of different ways. So, what we're seeing here and listening to here, when I'm talking over,
Liberty Penitentiary. The attack took place on the Callahan Bridge, leaving few witnesses.
is a news report. I gave you a long pause there. It's a news report from the next day or later in the day, talking about
Of the attacks.
a professional attack
When identification of the missing
that causes all of these people to be sprung from prison. So
on police headquarters day.
let's watch.
Porter Tunnel Project.
Look at that. Look at that bomb.
Disaster leaves Portland isolated from the rest of the city.
Come on! Senor Dickhead! It's no problem to kill you. You're gonna be sorry.
So we see an older man getting rescued or sprung. It's been a long time since I've played this. I tried to play this for the PC recently, but honestly it's just not the same. This game is nostalgically or materially, or it's that bomb again. In any case, it's somehow lodged in my brain that this is a PS2 game. This is a game that you play on the PlayStation 2 and is more fun on the PlayStation 2, and sort of needs the material problems of the PS2 to really sell, right? Like, the draw distance needs to be short, I think, for this game to look.
I know a place on the edge of the red light district where we can lay low, but my hands are all messed up, so you better drive, brother.
I wouldn't say I have a lot of nostalgia for this game, but I certainly have a lot of respect for what it was doing for me at a time. I'm going to turn the radio off. I think sometimes we'll listen to the radio, sometimes we'll jam out, especially listening to Chatterbox 109 with Laszlo, some talk radio. I love Laszlo as a character, not so much as jokes. I don't think the jokes really land very hard. They landed for me when I was 12, but a lot of things landed for me when I was that don't now, like Fairley Brothers companies. But really like DJ Laszlo as this character that gets developed across several different games. So he appears in Vice City, I believe, and Grand Theft Auto 4, and I can't remember if he is in 5 or not. Oh, I was so this is Luigi's strip club. We will see that. Well, that's an uncommon thing. I don't normally die during the first mission. I'll even be honest with you. I played this mission beforehand already one time today in preparation for this, or played an opening 20 minutes or so. Did not flip a vehicle a single time. Got cocky. That's a mistake on my part. Oh, I also played for 20 minutes earlier without killing any civilians, so that's sort of where I am today. Rear wheels, get a little bit more play in them, get a little bit of English in them. I think that's the right word. I don't really know. That's what we're doing right now. So I'm taking 8-Ball, this guy I escaped with. He's got his hands are all bound up, presumably in an explosion. We find out in a minute that 8-Ball is an explosives expert. Putting expert in air quotes because seems like he caught his hands on fire. Maybe he's a journeyman or practitioner. I don't know. He got a pretty cool shirt just now.
I know this guy.
It's got like a leather jacket.
Me and
Pretty
him.
rad, I think. There might be a secret package up here. There's not. I don't remember where any of them are, so... Grand Theft Auto 3, like a lot of open world games, or maybe what Grand Theft Auto 3 made as a standard for open world games is the placement of a lot of collectibles. In Grand Theft Auto 3, collecting your collectibles with the Collectability Brothers. Collecting all the collectibles meant that you would be able to unlock weapons that would just sort of spawn outside of your safe house. So that location where we just were, if we collected all 100 secret packages, it would have all the weapons in the game sort of floating there, ready to pick up and grab. And that's pretty cool. This game is probably the first game I learned cheat codes for and remembered them off the top of my head, like you would a phone number.
Wait here, man, while I go in and talk to Luigi.
I don't remember them now. I could probably summon them up if I tried. There's a lot of L2, R2, R1, L1 kind of button combos. No Konami code, I don't think. I like Luigi's sort of number 2 man here.
8-Ball's got some business upstairs. Well, maybe you could do me a favor. One of my girls needs a ride, so grab a car and pick up Misty from the clinic, then bring her back here. Remember, no one messes with my girls. So keep your hands on the wheel. If you don't mess this up, maybe there'll be more work for you. Now get out of here.
So, 8-Ball isn't this way. We're not sort of immediately given him as a character, but Luigi, like lots of the characters in the Grand Theft Auto franchise, is written as a stereotype. He's a very broad character. We can kind of understand him immediately. He's the proprietor of a business. He is pretty clearly part of the Italian mob, and he's got girls. No one messes with his girls. And he says that kind of thing over and over again. I mean, he's a pretty simple character in what he says, but one of the strengths of the Housers, I think, is in their immediate characterization. They're pretty good, or at least the creative team at Rockstar has always been pretty good about giving you some characters that you can understand immediately. Not necessarily empathize with or understand their logic, but that whatever that character is going to do is very easy to sort of appraise when you first see them. And that's a kind of writing that trades in stereotypes, and it's a kind of writing that sacrifices a lot of nuance to get a lot of clarity over really quickly. And so there are positives and negatives. I think all of Grand Theft Auto 5 is a pretty clear negative to that. I think it's more acceptable here because it's such a new effort, but they haven't changed their method. They haven't evolved it any.
So, here.
And that's
There's a new high on the street. Goes by the name of Spank. Some wise guys been introducing this trash to my girls down Portland Harbor. Go and introduce a bat to his face. Then take his car, respray it. I want compensation for this insult.
very Joe Pesci. I find it hard to believe that a... let's go ahead and go do that to make sure it doesn't gate me. But I find it hard to believe that a hardened criminal who has a criminal enterprise that's, I guess, hidden behind this more legitimate strip club would write down on a sheet of paper that he wanted someone to go beat someone's face in with a baseball bat. But it's a convenient way to write a mission. I don't know why Luigi can't just show up. I don't know why he's not animated there. Maybe some production thing happened where they thought they'd have the sort of number 2 say it, or they would develop the number 2 character, and just never did. I don't really know. I do know that you can solve this mission pretty easily by just hitting this guy with your car. There we go. This car. The radio. Leaving my car forever. Sadly, cars you find on a bridge are not forever. Diamonds are forever. Cars you find on a bridge are temporary. It's a sad reality. I really like the physics effects of grass. You can tell someone really thought about, you know, well, what do movies have in them? What does grass do in movies? Well, it allows you to sort of get muddy, slide around, do a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool guy stuff. So here we are in the game. It acts like movies. It's pretty rad. So right now I'm taking this to the paint spray. This used to be a thing I had a lot of problems with. I used to have a lot of issues with trying to get things into any garage in this game. Smack them up against whatever bounds they're supposed to be, so I would like run into this thing like this, and backing it out was even worse. But for some reason, as I've gotten older and not 13 anymore, I can sort of map up my mind and my hands to make sure I don't smack into crap. It's pretty shocking, I know. I know it's not something we normally talk about, but well, I guess you can just beat this car up once you're done. That's But anyway, we're going to get honest here. We're going to talk about personal feelings. We're going to open up how we feel about the world. We're going to get deep here in this playing / talking about Grand Theft Auto 3. Whoa. So you drop the car off. You get paid what I think is probably a lot of money for doing what I did. I don't know. I guess I did murder that man. I probably did get compensated fairly. Probably not fairly enough, honestly. I like that I can look around. I like that lots of people are wearing the same outfits. Like her head wrap. So I gotta grab a car. This is always the eternal nightmare of any mission where you have to put a car away or lose a car. You have to then find another one. Car. He didn't really give an audio cue, or he didn't really say anything when I pulled him out of the car. I remember playing this game initially that one of the big sort of surprising draws, and something I thought was really cool, was that when you pulled people out of cars, when you got near them, you would hear these little barks, right? You would hear them shout.
Really, yo?
Oh, I didn't mean to knock you.
I got just the thing.
This guy said, I've got just the thing for you, and yeah, so this cab driver just yelled piss off at me, and sometimes they yell things like that's my cab. I always thought that was really, really neat. I don't think I'd ever played a video game before this where someone did that, right, where someone would shout out and respond sort of organically.
How you doing, kid? The Don's son, Joey.
It was really impressive.
You want some action from his regular girl, Misty? Go pick her up at Hepburn Heights, but watch yourself. That's Diablo turf. Then run her over to his garage in Trenton and make it quick. Joey ain't the kind you keep waiting. Remember, this is your foot in the door. So keep your eyes on the road and off Misty.
I like the framing there. This is your foot in the door, and the door is a fire exit. Walking right into a fire. It's a little bit of media studies reading for you. A little bit of well, chatty guy kind of stuff. A little bit of stuff you can learn. A little bit of talk. I've always thought this was pretty interesting. And I'll take a. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm trying not to kill civilians, but in my excitement, backing up. So I've always thought it's really funny that Luigi tells you. He says, "Go pick up Misty. Be careful. She's in Hepburn Heights." That's whatever you call it, Diablo turf. So Luigi owns a I guess it's a strip club called Sex Club 7. It's right here. So we're 1, 2, and like maybe a third block if we're being really charitable and nice. So 3 blocks away is Diablo turf. Luigi presumably is part of the mafia. Not presumably. Luigi is part of the mafia. And it's always funny to me that he owns a huge mafia establishment, like maybe 1 block away from these Diablos that we're really supposed to be worried about. And there's a plot line. The mafia plot line eventually kind of blows up into a full-blown gang war between the mafia and the Diablos. So, another guy with my car. I really like the engine noises in this game. Let's give it a listen. I really like that that you get this illusion of your speed increasing on purpose, right? That there's this material embodied, particular machine way and reason for your acceleration, other than...
Young man.
I like that there is acceleration. The longer you hold it down, the faster you're going to be going. And that we have the audio cue for it. So this is Joey's garage. Joey, if we eventually do all of Joey's missions, we can get that blue car that we just saw briefly in the background. I don't know if I'll be doing all of those here, but we'll see.
Am I gonna get to play with your big hands again?
I'll be with you in a minute, Spark.
So I believe that's Michael Rappaport
Hey, I'm Joey.
on the voice.
We're reliable, so come back later. There might be some work for you. All right?
Joey's missions, he just sort of invited me to do some missions with him. Joey's missions are really interesting because they are time sensitive. You can see in the upper right there, we've got this clock that's sort of constantly going. And so Joey's missions can only be done between X time and Y time. And that's mostly just really annoying. That doesn't do anything for me, especially since the rest of the game is not really that way. It's pretty uncommon.
Brothers have owed me money for too long, and they need to be taught some respect. Lips Forelli is stuffing his fat face in the St. Mark's Bistro, so steal his car and take it to 8 Ball's bomb shop up in Harwood. You know 8 Ball, right? Once he's fitted it with a bomb, go park the car where you found it. Then sit back and watch the whole show. But hurry up, he won't be eating forever.
So this is our first mission with a time limit to it. So we've got to go pick up the car, outfit it with a bomb, come back. Seems like this is a pretty drastic thing to do to a guy who just happens to owe you some money. Especially since it appears that there are maybe 800 people that live in this entire city. Who am I to judge? Decisions of my betters. So that's always an interesting thing too, that the main character in this movie, this sort of nameless guy, who gets a name later in the games. I think maybe he shows up in Grand Theft Auto 4, something like that. He shows up in Vice City too. But that you don't really... He never really says no to anything. Sort of your do-it-all, fixer-upper guy. And, you know, they sort of added some choice-based stuff in Grand Theft Auto 4, but by Grand Theft Auto 5, that's mostly gone. There's no real reason to make choices. I mean, I think that Rockstar at this point are pretty serious or pretty okay with the fact that they're giving you a self-enclosed narrative with not a lot of options. Grand Theft Auto 5 has a couple options. Maybe, I guess, like Grand Theft Auto 4, but they're not significant, I don't think, in anything other than sort of the final calculation. They don't change the game qualitatively. You know, Grand Theft Auto is essentially all this one mission. Go get a thing, take it to another thing. Do what you're told. Which really makes something like BioShock make a lot of sense in this sort of game ecology, right? In this, in the games that got released around this time period, or in games that ended up getting released. I think that there might be a time component to when that guy comes out. I armed the bomb, so we should be good. This is part of the experience of Grand Theft Auto 3. Is I think a lot of times, or at least in when I've played, down through the years, a lot of scripted events can go bad. A lot of moments that shouldn't be weird get weird. So I think what's about to happen is I'm gonna go hop in this car, and I will blow up. Yep. Great. So now you get to see the kind of bad decisions I make. I think probably I shouldn't have delivered the car and then hopped in it. So I died. I'm gonna get this little set of tooltips I don't really need. So you die. They take some of your money away. So let's skip that Joey mission right now. We'll go over to Luigi, and then I'll do that Joey mission again off camera, so we don't have to worry about watching my failure. So sometimes there's a cop car, there's an unlocked door here. It's not always the case. I like that sort of randomization. I remember reading in an issue of probably Electronic Gaming Monthly or GamePro. I want to say it's probably Electronic Gaming Monthly, a series of sort of best practices for playing this game, different things to do, different ways of solving problems, and one of them is getting into a cop car, and I'll show you that at some point in the future. That's a little hook for you, in case you want to come back, you want to listen to more episodes, you want to chill out with me while I hang out. That's the name of my new motivational speaking videos, chill out while I hang out. So let's see this meeting.
Some Diablo scumbag has been pimping his scuzzy bitches in my backyard. Go and take care of things for me. If you need a piece, go around back of Ammunition opposite the subway.
Luigi is clearly a pimp. And he also is mad that Diablos are doing pimping, or just allowing the sex trade to happen in his own backyard. Let's not forget that his backyard is literally Diablo territory. This is not a not confusing to me why this is happening. This off, we'll go over to Ammunition. Ammunition is the universal supply store for everything you need involving guns. We will be patrons of Ammunition a lot. Okay, so here's an opportunity for me to do this. So what you do is you pull that, you wait for him to run around, you get in the car, and then, I didn't want to run over him. Normally you can just back up. See, then you have a cop car. Learn that from a magazine. The good old days when you had to go buy a floppy piece of paper to know how to play a game real good. I'm sure some people figured that out on their own. I am not that smart. Also, if you haven't noticed, not that great at video games. Just across the board. So you can see I'm navigating my way around the city pretty well. I'm sort of at the point in my life where I know this city like the back of my hand. I think I have to kind of always in my blind spot here. Look at this. Look at this moment we're having. We're having a oh, there's a cop. Please leave me alone. Please.
I got gold. Take it down!
Okay, so I didn't kill the cop, thankfully. Completing the mission, got rid of my stars. But you see how, if you haven't played Grand Theft Auto 3 before, my car's on fire and that's really bad. Notice that I have a pager that's going to let me know that the pistol is unlocked. Occasionally we'll get pager information. That's a wonderful bit of nostalgia. But you see here that things often just sort of go sideways in this game. I mean, I just solved that mission by running my car into someone over and over again. They were stuck in my blind spot, so we're doing a kind of like Robert De Niro-esque runaround moment. You can see that there's a lot of civic carnage. But Liberty City, that happens every day. You can see that there was a little chalk outline there where someone had died, and even that is gone now. So, anyway, I think that's probably good enough for right now. I'm going to do that Joey mission off camera, so we can kind of get caught up there. You get to see a little bit of my fallibility. Could edit that out. Not gonna. Gonna let you get to revel in it. Anyway, so I'm going to be playing this game. Gonna probably play all the way through, or at least through a significant portion of it. Ooh, and here we're going to see a secret package. I'll talk about secret packages in right now. I'm gonna try to bash this window and maybe shoot it. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe try to get some more secret packages in the future. But cops don't care. Liberty City is a pretty freewheeling place. In any case, thanks for watching so much. And you can follow me on Twitter at CKunzelman, CKUNZELMAN. You can read my writing at thiscageisworms.com. And you can play the games I make. I'm a game developer, at heylookatmygames.com. So you can do any of those three things. That'd be really great. If you like the video, please rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to start adding that into my videos in a crass and craven moment of attention, trying to get you to keep watching these things. Maybe see me doing some stuff. Got a webcam. Might start adding that into the thing. I think that'll be fun for everybody. I think everyone will like that. Start talking about my political opinions. Start talking about how the government is controlled by lizards. Maybe wear a big hat. Start making silly faces. Start acting like I'm really scared of Grand Theft Auto 3. Start talking about how the world's going to erupt into 7 different kinds of violence. That kind of thing. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and maybe I'll catch you at Eddie's Garage. See you at Eddie's Garage.